Hey everyone, welcome back to Stay Podsitive. We've got another episode for you today. So I'm going to dive right into who our guest is this week. I'm very excited that she could come by and chat. She actually hired me to write on a show last year, which is still in the works, but will hopefully be out there soon. And it was called Epic Night. And if you listen to the Scarlett Birmingham episode that I put out earlier in the year, it was basically, she was the one who I wrote it with, and so this guest today is the one who is our producer and our showrunner. So anyway, it's a lot of work and a lot of fun that I kind of pieced out after writing, but she was the one who really put it together, you know what I mean? So she's obviously an impressive human being, but outside of that, she also directs, and so that's kind of where her roots are, so we talk about that a lot. And in particular, she recently got a short film into Sundance Film Festival, which is probably one of the premier, that's the place to go. I didn't know much about film until recently. I'm learning, so I think now I realize the name brand power of certain film festivals, and Sundance is the pinnacle. So she had her short film in there. It was that she directed, called Sundowners, and I actually got to see it. I don't think it's publicly available, but it is very cool if you ever get the chance to see it. So yeah, without delaying this too much, I am going to finally say the name of the guest, because I try to say that for the end to create suspense. This is Lisa Steen. All right. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
Thanks for doing the podcast.
Thank you.
Are you sure you don't want any water or anything? Oh, yeah.
I have a coffee.
Okay, cool. I always have both, and I'm always double fisting. So, not to be the only one, but cool. Anyway, I guess you're fresh off the editing bay.
Yeah.
Of this past week and beyond of Epic Night, which was the show that I got to meet you on.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was the sort of choose your own adventure thing, I guess. And what's it been like kind of working on that now that we're done and you've seen it literally from start to finish?
It's really interesting. It's unlike anything I've done before. But I would say, it every phase somebody new comes in and is totally confused by it, and then they have to learn what that actually means, and then does it, and it's turning out great. We're really excited about it. We've showed Echo stuff already, and they seem excited. So yeah.
Sweet. Wait, did you see? I just realized I played. Oh yeah, because Scarlett texted us about the Kimmy Schmidt thing. I forgot.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't either. Wait, is it on already? I think they just announced that it's going to be.
Right.
So so the fact that this choose your own adventure thing is catching on. But you know what I saw was the Man versus Wild.
Yeah, I heard about that one too.
Yeah, it's so silly because it's you initially, I stopped after the first couple, but you choose a weapon for him to bring into the jungle, and he jumps out of a helicopter. I don't know, I don't remember. I think he does jump out of a helicopter or something
and
to
he
land in the jungle.
Animals.
I'm sure. Yeah, we didn't get that far.
Okay.
But then that's the other version of we'll make it a reality thing where you try to either assist or kill Bear Grylls.
Right, but I guess I have to watch it. But it's not reality still though if you get to choose.
Right.
I don't know.
It feels he's talking to you, so there's a lot of breaking the fourth wall and being hey guys, so help me what am I gonna need? My grappling hook or my I don't know how to do his accent.
Yeah.
And so that's how I guess it feels you're more involved or whatever too. But that's the only other thing I've seen besides Bandersnatch, obviously.
Yeah, I mean it does feel like it's catching on. Everybody's trying to do this now, which is cool.
Cool, sweet.
Yeah.
Well,
good for Echo.
Yeah. But you come from I don't know. How would you normally because you're obviously directing now too. So how do you balance doing all the different things? Because obviously you're more producer side on this, but then it was very collaborative too.
Yeah.
I noticed on set, so that was cool.
Yeah, I started out producing and thought that that's what I was going to do long term, but I guess I went into film school being I want to be a director, which everybody that goes to film school is pretty much.
That's what I heard. Somebody recently said the same thing about that is sort of that's a good starting point though too, I guess, because you're it's a lot of hats anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's why I wanted to produce, because I was I like every part of being on set, so I want to feel I'm
cool.
a part of everything. But then I also started to want to direct more, and I feel like the only way really to get those opportunities is to like kind of manufacture them for yourself.
Sure,
In the beginning, so I started making a bunch of shorts with my friends and got some of them into festivals, and so that's where.
Yeah, well, speaking of,
we're
do you want to talk about Sundowners? Because that was obviously like the recent success in Sundance being like the premier festival. So like, what was it like making that, and then also kind of seeing it hit the screen?
Yeah, it was a crazy experience. I mean, we made it for no money. It's my friend Anna and Jesse wrote it. It's about Anna's life. Her mom has early onset dementia, so she was kind of like dealing with taking care of her mom in a time when she was still like in her mid-20s and trying to figure out her own life. So that's basically the general idea of it. But we filmed it in her childhood home in Carmel. Like her dad was like, I don't want to know what the script is. Like I know generally what it's about, but like I'm not gonna read it.
Oh, okay.
He like stayed out of the house. Let us. Jesse's mom actually played the mom.
Oh, okay.
So Jessie is the actress in it, and then her mom played her mom.
Okay.
And so it was like a very like family affair. And it just kind of felt like a project we were doing with our friends, and then we submitted it to some festivals, and it got into Sundance.
Yeah.
Which was
kind of the
wacky.
biggest one.
Yeah.
No big deal. Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, so then we went out there in January, and it was a crazy experience.
Cool. Yeah.
And that was actually like the fourth or fifth project we've all done together. So we've been doing these shorts like kind of every summer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I don't know if I saw another one, or I saw
maybe.
like maybe in your reel I saw parts of other ones. Yeah. So like so you guys have all kind of like at least had this rapport that you've built with each other, and then you can like easily like I always think about when I this is so random, but in high school we had one basketball team, like the boys basketball team one year made it all the way to state or something. That wasn't usual for us. But my theory, and no, it wasn't like anyone like in that particular thing was like we had like a 7 foot tall person, so it was like, well, obviously it's that guy, he's in the NBA, so he's gonna carry this whole team. It was like my theory was that they'd all played from like community league as like little kids, and like because they had that rapport with each other, they were able to be a good team at the end, and like nobody really saw it coming, but it like made sense once it was there.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork.
And like if you build that over a long period of time, then you're set because it takes time. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. But also, individual talents, of course. So like that's really cool. And then also, I remember when you were talking about it a little bit when we were working on Epic Night, and how like you guys got that one actor to play the father. And it was so natural and so good. But I only knew him from Succession. HBO. Yeah. He was like, he's Frank. Is that his? Yeah. Frank or Fred or Frank? Yeah.
Yeah.
And very cool.
His real name is Peter Friedman.
Oh, nice.
He's an amazing actor, and like kind of really known in like the theater scene in New York. He did a lot of plays, and he was kind of our top choice to play the dad. We were just kind of like, maybe we can get someone we don't like. We don't. All of our actor friends are our age, so we're like, we can play a dad.
Really good makeup.
Yeah, exactly. Old age makeup. But yeah, so we were like, yeah, he would be perfect to do it. And then Anna just wrote him an email that was just like the whole story of where this script came from, and he agreed to do it. Yeah, it was kind of happening in conjunction when I was doing Epic Night.
Okay,
so I feel like I was like narrating the story to you.
Yeah, because I remember you talking about something, and then like now that it's finally out, that it's like, oh, I can piece together like what you were talking about at the time. But no, that's crazy. Was it just like a cold email or like
kind of? He had worked with one of our friends on something before, so actually two different friends of ours.
Cool.
So we kind of had asked them to intro us.
Yeah.
And then
so it's not like
from
total
there,
whack job.
Yeah, they were people that.
But still, I mean, it does take like a special project for people to like put the time in if it's not like
guaranteed to be a huge.
Well, yeah, and like we were told that like he doesn't travel, like he won't leave New York, so we're like, this is never gonna happen.
Right.
And the first email back, he was like, can you explain it to me a little bit more? He didn't say yes right away. He was like, I'd like to know more about it. And then Anna just like described everything and like went through all of it. And like, and the email that we got back was like, woof, that's good.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we're like, all right, great. And then like the next day, he's like, I'm in.
Let's shoot. Okay, that's great.
Yeah. It was a pretty amazing experience.
Cool. Yeah, it's a special skill to be able to like also pitch something but also describe things a certain way because because it's hard because also it makes sense like if you go directly to the person, hopefully you can appeal to like this is actually a really cool project that hopefully anybody would want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Even if we can't like compensate you in the way that like a regular big movie TV thing would be.
Right. Exactly.
I was working with some friends who do like a YouTube channel, and I think they're always interested in. They're always like, well, I feel like they have the legitimacy to just reach out to whoever because it's like, well, you guys have a big following, so you'd at least be, it'd be something that gets made and put out there, which is also like a big deal because sometimes things just never see the light of day, right?
Yeah, right.
But then I think they even get worried because they're like, oh, well, we don't have like the money to offer, and then like, if it goes through reps and then like there's no chance because they'll be like, well, let me see that dough.
Yeah.
Right. So then it's always like it's interesting that even they like with all the resources that they have, it's still like hard because you just egos too. Like nobody's really sure where people are coming from. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, it goes to show you should just ask people.
Yeah,
because people are sometimes down to do it.
Right.
And like Jessie was saying this, that the actress, that like the thing with acting nowadays is that like a lot of times you get like guest star roles on shows, you have like one or two lines and stuff, but like never underestimate the like how much an actor wants to do like a really big like meaty scene. And like I think that's why we got it because that script was it's almost written like a play. It's just like one long conversation in the kitchen. And so I feel like actors are like really excited to do scenes like that because they're not getting those opportunities that often. So maybe they'll do it for no money.
Because that's like what they want to do.
Yeah.
And so like if they're not going to do that, then when's that going to come up?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I liked how it was so current too. I think I might have mentioned, but it was just like I didn't really know if it's a thing where wrote it a long time ago, so maybe it's like hard to bring all that stuff in. But it felt like it's really watching like a real conversation that could be happening, in just like today's kitchen. But that was great. But what was it like? So what was it like going in and directing that? Like, obviously you worked with that before, so you kind of knew what that was like. But like, because it's a thing. I feel like I'm so fascinated with directors, and in particular, like I have a friend who directs, kind of like did it at, I don't know, he's young, so it's sort of like he hasn't done anything big, but it's like, that's sort of his mindset is like, I'm a director, so it's like I can tell that I've learned that it's like a specific role, but like everybody can be doing it differently. So I don't know, like what's your take on it and like how?
Yeah, it is.
You like it?
It is different, and that is like like I think of like should I be presenting myself as like I'm a director, but like
hello, my name is director.
But I was thinking about like even the whole experience at Sundance and like other festivals I've gone to, like they had me stand up and like present the film and everything, and I was like, but Anna and Jessie are just as much a part of this film as I am. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of weird how directors are treated in general. It's like it feels like a very like masculine like male thing to be like, this is the director and they're the head of the whole group and they represent the movie, and to me like I was presenting the movie, but Anna and Jessie were just as much a part of it as I was, and it felt like we should all be there together. And just because like I had the title of director, they kind of thought of me as representing the movie. And I don't know. I feel like a director is someone that needs to be able to collaborate with everybody and take everybody's vision into account. And
cool. Well, I think that's like
says a lot about you being like able to be kind of open to that. Because I would say, I did notice that it does always feel, I mean, obviously there's like a huge imbalance, like gender imbalance probably than most other things, even within entertainment, which is odd because entertainment's already pretty imbalanced, but like, but I totally get the masculine thing because I do feel like sometimes, you know, it takes a certain thing too to be like, to be open to being the director of a lot of people when it's oftentimes, you know, maybe the script is somebody else's or like the actors are doing their own thing, you know, right? So it's so that's fascinating, but I think it does make sense that it should be a collaborative thing, or that like somebody should, like I would much rather work with somebody like you know, who is like going to be able to see everything as a whole rather than like my passion project.
Right,
even
right,
though that's
exactly.
fine if you did that too, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's so interesting how that is.
yeah,
I'm not sure. The funny thing too is like I don't think I even knew too much about film out, you know, when I was a younger, like when I was a kid, because it's like, I guess who does, but also I wasn't even thinking about like the director. Like I was thinking about like, you know, you see the faces, then you recognize the faces, and that's the actors, and like they get a lot of credit too. So of course, right? But it's like, then later do you realize that that's actually like the main tone of the whole film for a lot of movies, and it was like, oh, that's that kind of movie because it's that director, you know?
Right.
So I guess it does kind of like take on the personality of the director most, but I guess it depends too.
Right.
Some people do like, start to finish, like write everything and then direct it too. So of course it's going to be that way.
Yeah, I think that, like the director is the person that's like keeping the central vision together and kind of curating all the creative tastes. But that's really still just one position amongst all the people that are doing so many other jobs. So, yeah.
Cool.
That's interesting.
But I think that's interesting. Yeah, do you feel like, what's it been like? What was it like going through school for directing, and then like were there a lot of other women, or like kind of
No.
or not at all?
Yeah, there really weren't. Like most of my classes, it was like me and two other girls, and then like 25 guys.
Wow, that's crazy.
And yeah. I mean, luckily the women that I was in school with were all amazing. But even amongst them, like not that many became directors. Out of film school. Like a lot of them became producers or production designers or other roles. But yeah, it's like it goes to show you, like it really starts from the bottom. Like there's not that many female directors because there's not that many women training to be directors to begin with. And I think that's changing. I hope that's changing. It's been 10 years since I've been in school, so yeah.
I mean, so then I noticed this kind of with, you know, I said computer science, and like that's also balanced, but it's not as much as that. It wasn't 3 to 25, I don't think. It was like, but I think one thing I read, because I know a lot of it is like, come on, girls, do more STEM.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
girls are good at math too, and it's like, okay, we get it. This is like aggressive, but but then I read something too that there was this article, and it was like, it's not just a pipeline problem, just the fact that like, sure, maybe it's the training, but like especially something maybe with film, like where a lot of people also come from like different things, and then they find their way in, and they kind of meander their way in, that versus like, I guess if you're gonna do, well, I guess tech is the same way, but like, you know, if you're like doctors, it's like, you do still have to go to medical school like for 8 years, and then that's also very much a direct pipeline. But but what was my point? I guess just that, like, learning that also what they were seeing was a lot of, like, defectors. So just, like, the minute they got in and noticing that it was, like, not conducive to them.
I think it takes a lot even through film school. Like, even if you did come into film school wanting to be a director, a lot of women were getting then like hired on crews as production designers just because like, oh yeah, because they know more about art, or like, you know, like home decor because she's whatever.
Oh no, home
and
decor.
Like and it just like, I think it takes a lot of energy to just keep pushing out of that and be like, no, I still want to be a director.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that it's the whole process. It's all along the way that, you know, women are being convinced otherwise.
Did you have moments where like people were like, "Oh, are you?" Yeah, so
totally.
Spill.
I mean,
dish. No, just kidding. If you want to.
There were.
like, if I'm the only girl on a set, they're like, oh, Lisa can do makeup because she's the girl on set.
Do the makeup.
I'm like, yeah.
Oh boy, nice.
Some disastrous makeup incidents happened from that. But yeah, I think that's kind of why I came out of school producing, because I kind of thought, oh, that seems like what a lot of the women are doing. And it took another probably like 5 years for me to come back to wanting to direct and say like that. No, this is still what I want to do. It's
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
because like imagine, being like, it's already such a hard thing to go into and like believe in yourself. So then if other things are telling you like, oh well, actually look over here. It's hard to not get distracted, or at least not. And there's nothing wrong with like finding other ways to do what you want to do. So like that's cool. But how interesting.
I'm an easily convinced,
no,
impressionable person. So I'm like, oh, this is what you want me to do?
Okay,
sure.
That looks great. How funny, because I do see that is like secretly very masculine.
It is. It's weird.
Even though, I guess, I don't know. I really like even the, see other stuff.
Yeah.
I guess just like, I noticed that, sometimes also it takes the initiative, like you're saying, like building out opportunities for yourself. So then sometimes it does take the initiative for somebody to be like, hey, I like that story of yours.
Yeah.
I want to make that story of yours. But like that feels very masculine too. Like to be like, I can do that.
Well, honestly,
even with them not asking you. Yeah.
I was lucky that like my female friends Anna and Jessie asked me to direct, and that's kind of what brought me back into it, because I was working with a bunch of my male friends and around male directors, and the kind of stuff that they were doing was a type of comedy stuff that isn't really my style. So when I saw them directing those things, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm not a director. I can't see myself doing that. But what I wasn't realizing is that those were not the types of stories that I would want to tell.
I see.
I mean, they're great, very funny stories. But it's like not what I'm made for. And so when Anna and Jessie like had an idea for a short and came to me, they were like, our one female friend who has directed. Cool, so they kind of brought me back into it. And then it just clicked. Like after I got that script, I was like, oh, this makes sense. This is the type of thing I want to do. It's just I wasn't introduced to a script of something that I wanted to direct before then. So
nice.
Yeah, it didn't. I guess I didn't find my way into it. I was brought into it, but I was lucky that I had. Yeah.
That's like, I mean, I'm sure a lot of guys, they get that all the time.
Yeah, that's true. So you get more opportunities.
It makes sense that you can kind of find your way best if you are able to like have a larger volume. But but that's awesome, and it's great. So, and then there you are. You're in Sundance, so it's good. It worked out in the end. Yeah, that's awesome. That's gonna be great. So so do you think you'll do more of that sort of genre, and then like other types of medium?
Well, we're developing a script right now that Anna also wrote. That's it's a little bit of a different tone, but it's like kind of more an extended version of that whole storyline with her in her 20s and her mom going through that whole experience. So there's producers attached to that one already, and luckily because of the Sundance thing, they were okay with attaching me to direct it. So we're working on that and developing it right now, trying to cast and get people attached so we can make it.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
so,
that's amazing.
Yeah, I would love to keep doing those types of stories. I think that's what I'm drawn to.
It's great.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, I did want to ask about, obviously, you would live in Japan sometimes?
This
is like a total
Sometimes
pivot.
I lived in Japan.
Sometimes you would live in Japan.
Well,
and I know we chatted about, well, obviously, I'm also half, but I don't really
You're half on your dad's side? Yeah.
So Kondo's Japanese.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. We're not really, I'm like fourth generation.
Right.
So it's just sort of like, oh, well,
Yeah.
Japanese.
See, that's really interesting to me because I feel like all the Japanese like family friends I had were
Yeah.
first generation, so I haven't really like known. It's really a California thing. I feel like it's like the several generation back Japanese.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's all like all in this area. Yeah, we have like because as I talked about basketball earlier in a different capacity, but I did play basketball and I played in a Japanese league.
Oh,
here.
wow.
And so all those people tended to be like third or fourth or maybe first, but it kind of was all Japanese American. And
Yeah.
so that's how I met a lot of people, but also my dad's friends from dental school are all like fourth, it's just like they found each other somehow.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
And then
Japanese people tend to
they
find each other.
And then those family friends of mine like have found other people. Like I'm really impressed.
Yeah, it happens like immediately.
Yeah.
I kind of I grew up living all over the East Coast. I moved a lot with my family, so like every place I lived in, though, we had like a little pod of
nice.
Japanese
Good
family
job.
friends.
The pod.
Yeah, we need that pod. Yeah, I was born in Japan. I lived there for a year as a baby, infant.
Nice.
And then I came to America, and then I went back for kindergarten. So for 1 year, when I was 5, I lived in Japan again.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah,
cute
of like this, like
kindergartner?
like one white kid with like the little uniform.
Good. Good. Keep that.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I kind of grew up going to Japan every summer, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Marie Kondo translator.
Oh yeah, my friend Marie.
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but I mean that's a connection through NYU.
Oh.
Her husband was directing a film that I worked on, and then I met her on that. And I think she's gone back to Japan to live for a while, but she's been working mostly as like an interpreter and translator, like book translator too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, and then she got hired by Marie Kondo, and like she's not
so
a very like on camera, like she's not used to being on camera.
Get ready, man.
And then
Yeah,
Marie Kondo
it's
got a
the
Netflix
biggest-
show.
It was like the biggest sensation
Yeah,
for when it was out, and hopefully we'll come back. I don't know.
yeah.
I actually hadn't really watched it. I watched like one. Actually, it was funny. I think episode 2 or 3, they had a Japanese American family, and then so they like, and it reminded me of like my parents because they were just sort of like,
Yeah.
oh cool, like we're Japanese, but like like,
Yeah.
they kind of couldn't really understand everything, so it was sort
Right.
of like still a little bit of a barrier, but it was quite funny.
Yeah. It's interesting how like the culture can shift if you're technically Japanese, but you still have spent time in America.
Right. Like I just remember too, like that whole episode was just like this husband and wife, and the husband kept saying, "Happy wife, happy life." Like, the whole time it was like, okay, we get it.
Good job, guy.
Yeah, he was like keeping it very diplomatic.
Yeah.
But yeah, they made him like throw away some of his baseball cards. It's really sad.
Oh.
No, I think he didn't need them. That's the hope. They didn't bring him joy. That's all I know about it.
Do you speak Japanese, or do you?
No, I don't. Well, like the thing is, I don't even think.
Does your family, or does your
God,
dad?
who knows, man? No, my dad really doesn't. I think he like maybe took school as like a little boy, so he says he can read some of the characters, but
Oh, okay.
and then like I'll try to do Duolingo, but I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't really stick in my brain. But I remember I just opened an email today that was like Duolingo meetup. Like, so they have meetups where you can go and talk to people. I would never ever go because I'm not prepared. But also, I don't know if I would go if I actually was prepared. But I think that gives you an ability to speak with people, like, because that's so important for language. But yet, if you're on an app, you can't really do that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
Duolingo's great though.
Yeah. Wait, were you? Do you use it for anything?
I was using it for. Well, I was trying to do Spanish again because I did it in school, but I forgot all of it.
In school too, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was trying to do French.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like it's like a good game to play, but like you're actually learning from it.
Yeah,
so we should get some Duolingo sponsorship.
I know. Hello. I need some purpose in my life sometimes. So if I can get some
why not?
XP,
Yeah.
I call it. I was like, did you ever join a group in Duolingo?
No.
So like I think it just asked me like, oh, you want to join like a group? So it's like a bunch of anonymous.
It's like a chat
people.
group.
Yeah. So I think, and so then somebody was like trying to chat everybody like in Japanese to be probably I didn't even know what it said, so I think it was trying to be like, hey guys, you know, but like nobody responded. And then I noticed too, like sometimes I'd get really into it, so I would gain a lot of XP, and then it would be like, so and so overtook you in XP this week, so it's supposed to like motivate you to compete against these people.
Okay,
but it's like I don't even know who they are, so I don't care.
Okay, maybe that level is not quite working yet.
Exactly. Well, you know, I don't know if it's they have to do some more beta testing on that, but
yeah. You can talk to like robots. I've done that before.
Oh.
Where it'll be like, do you want to have a text conversation in Japanese? And it's like
can't be done.
Yeah. But
no, that's great. I do have the Japanese keyboard on my phone, but
yeah, I do
it ends
too.
up just getting in the way.
Same. Like I want to go to my emojis and it just gets Japanese
like, did you want me
instead.
to type Japanese? Like I literally don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, the only person I type Japanese to is my grandma, and
nice.
I should probably be writing my grandma more. But
no, I mean, that's more than I can do. Yeah, there you go. That's great. Well, your grandma can even text. That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. She's like a young grandma.
Ooh,
well,
nice.
Like she had my mom when she was 18, so
oh wow,
on the younger side. But yeah, she can text. Everyone in texting is so big in Japan.
Okay. Yeah. So she lives in Japan.
Yeah, she lives in Japan.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm always impressed when anyone can like use technology as an older person.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. My grandma's pretty old. She's like 96 now. But she like, there was like no Wi-Fi or computers or anything happening in her house, at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like, that makes sense, I guess.
My American grandma was that. They had like a little emailer. It wasn't even a computer. It was just like like an electronic device just for emailing.
Okay.
It had like a little black and white screen that you could
just
type on.
So it's like I will draft something.
Yeah.
It'll go into the way.
It's like looks like a typewriter.
Yeah. Okay. I remember those in school actually. There was like something where you could type and you could just see like one line of text. And then, like, if you plugged it into a computer later, it would have it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That just sounds, like, really stressful. I don't know if it would save.
Unnecessary.
But cool. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I just think it's cool. I told you about Terrace House, right?
I started watching Terrace House. Oh, my God.
It's
so fascinating. I watched the first season.
Was it in Tokyo? The
No.
Girls and Boys? Or was it?
Karuizawa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The Opening New Doors.
Yes.
Nice.
Wait, there's another one in Tokyo?
There's like 1,000. So, okay, it's great. I started with Aloha State, which is the one that's in Hawaii.
Oh, they keep referencing that one in the one that I talked about.
Because I guess that's the one right before. So it's like, each one is considered a different series on Netflix even.
Oh.
But then within the series are seasons.
Yeah.
So then it breaks it down. So anyway, but I started with Aloha State, which I think was good because Hawaii, it's like, ooh, beaches. And then everybody's actually American in it for the most part. Well, there's a few that came from
like
Japan
Japanese
and
American?
Japan. Like, most of them are Japanese American, some are like half, and then some are also, one girl was, I think, actually half Chinese, but she grew up in Japan, so it's like she could speak Japanese. And,
okay.
She's half Chinese and like, I don't know, half Russian or something. I don't know. No, she's just like...
Interesting.
But she's like she was born in like Massachusetts or something. So.
Okay. But were they all speaking Japanese to each
They were all
other?
speaking Japanese. But then occasionally in the Aloha State one, if they're like really mad at each other, spoilers, they'd be like, hey, but I didn't... It's like so bizarre. Like when you're broken out of like the trans that is like, this is a fantasy world. They're all speaking a different language. And then it's like, oh, wow, they're just like us, I guess, right? And then...
Yeah.
So that one... But then actually everybody really liked Opening New Doors better, I think.
Oh, really?
But I just have a soft spot for Aloha State. But maybe there was less drama in that one. I don't know.
Is that one on Netflix too?
Yeah, they're all on Netflix, the ones that I saw at least. And then the one, like the first one to ever hit Netflix was called Boys and Girls in the City, and that's the Tokyo one.
Oh.
So yeah, you can check that out. And then there's going to be a new one coming out soon.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm so deprived, I've watched everything.
Well, yeah, because I was I was noticing, I thought that the different seasons were going to be in different places, like real world style.
Oh, interesting.
But there was like multiple seasons within one place.
Yeah, it's just a continuation. I don't know.
Because I was like, these people need to hook up by the end of the season, or else we're never going to see them. Yeah. No, there's no hooking up in that.
Yeah, no rush at all, literally.
Like,
snail's pace.
I think someone like holds hands by the end of the first season. Yeah.
Yeah, learning about like the stages of intimacy. They're pretty much like holding hands is a bigger dichotomy of like you're holding hands or you're not. You know?
Yeah.
And like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Well, that is pretty intimate, I guess, you know.
I appreciate it. Yeah. It's really it's good.
Good. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, no, I just, and then I ran into some of them. I mean, actually, they're
What?
from Aloha State, so it's like, it won't mean anything, but I was at the OC fair. My sister is kind of closer to that way. No, not really. I don't know. She
Yeah.
works in Irvine, though, but,
Right.
so we were meeting up at the OC fair, and it was like a Japan fair, so they had, like,
Oh.
Japanese food, no. And then one of the they had like girls dressed up in kimonos that you could take pictures with, and one of the girls was from Terrace House.
Oh,
So it's
really?
like- she had like more makeup on, so I thought, oh, maybe not. And then we saw the guy that she ends up with, and I was like, oh, then it has to be them.
And they were together?
They're together still.
Oh, that's
And then I took
great.
pictures. So I think a lot of them, sometimes they do want to get into like acting or
Yeah.
something, so they'll come here to California, Los Angeles, or whatever, and they'll be here for a while.
Yeah.
But one of them actually did. So actually, this is no, it's not really a spoiler. It's like so one of the girls from Aloha State actually is in Legion now. FX. It's
Oh.
like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So like
That's
that worked out
interesting.
well, but I don't know about others.
Yeah.
She was the one who was also like grew up in Massachusetts, so she can speak
Right.
English, and like it was
Oh.
makes sense. But you know.
Yeah, I feel like some of the people were saying they want to be models.
Right. Well,
It's weird
a lot
how-
of them are models.
Yeah.
Or something, but I think it really skyrockets their career too.
Yeah. I feel like also modeling and acting is like a little bit closer together in Japan than it is here.
Oh, is it really?
Like
okay.
it's kind of the same territory.
Got it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's also like it was good for me to watch because it's really like colloquial Japanese,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Yeah. You said that it's like completely different, so it's. Like,
yeah, I don't really function. Even though I speak Japanese, I don't really function that well in Japan, talking to people my age, because the only people I talk to are like my mom and my grandma. So it's a
Okay, yeah.
different level of Japanese than like
Interesting.
what the cool kids say.
The cool kids, the cool lingo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Do you have any other TV shows that you like to watch for, guilty pleasure?
I mean, I don't watch that much like reality shows. That's why I was like,
Right.
I mean, I think I would love them. I just am like afraid to get drawn into them. So
It
when I
happens.
started watching Terrace House, I was like, whoa, it's like a drug.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Game of Thrones is the finale.
Oh, yeah, God.
Tonight.
I have a show like right at 6:30 for
Oh.
some reason, so I think I gotta watch like 20 minutes.
Oh man, you're gonna get
leave.
you
I don't
can't
know.
look at
That's
any.
probably not a good idea.
social
no,
media.
I can't. I know. I gotta turn my phone. That happened once before. I can't remember. I was something
Yeah.
where I was like, oh my God, I almost saw something. I need to put it.
Yeah. Is it gonna be like it's like 2 hours long or
Yeah, I
something,
guess so.
right?
It's so weird. Only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
2 for the whole season.
Yeah.
People are
That's gonna be crazy.
rioting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's one that I started watching as a kind of peer pressure, you know.
Yeah.
with
Same.
everybody.
I
And
feel like
then-
most people are watching it because of peer
yeah,
pressure.
like, oh, if millions of people are watching this, I gotta watch it.
Yeah. It's a
but
lot of
also-
work. That show.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. And then I think I only liked it till recently, unpopular opinion, because all the, characters kind of started to consolidate. It's like, then it was like, okay, now I at least know most of them.
Right.
Before there were like so many, and I
Right.
was like, I don't even know, all these names sound the same, and I'm confused.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about like it must be weird for the writers this season because they're used to like writing so many different
Right.
storylines, different
Probably,
places,
yeah,
and now
split
everyone's
up.
just in the
Yeah,
same place.
Yeah, that's why it's probably tougher.
Yeah.
Like, fighting each other now that they're not all split off. Into
Yeah.
different areas. Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I would never want that pressure. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's just a show.
It's just a show. It's okay.
It's okay.
Everyone calm down.
Did you watch? Are you a big fan of like Marvel stuff or nah?
Not really.
No. Yeah. I honestly I realized I only had come onto it recently, but then
Yeah.
maybe it was also kind of like a peer pressure thing. It's like, well, because if everyone's into it, then I'm into it.
Right. I feel it a lot with the end game thing. Like I feel the peer
Right.
pressure, but I haven't fallen to it yet.
Yeah. Well, have you watched any? Would you have to like go back?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't.
so
I've
it's a lot of
watched.
work.
I think I watched the first Avengers, and that's it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it
That's
would be a lot of catching up.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. I don't think I'm watching that many other shows besides that. We just got the Criterion app.
Oh.
So nerdy. But that's what we've
Wait,
been
yeah,
watching
so
a lot
what's
of
on there
Criterion
then? Is
stuff.
it like it's classic stuff?
Yeah, it's all like art house films.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
No, I mean it makes sense. If anybody's gonna have that, it's people
Yeah.
who work in it and are like appreciative of
Yeah.
actual film. versus
Yeah.
like, where's all the smashing? And
Yeah. There should be
fire
more
and
smashing in
dragons.
Criterion.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I mean, what about other things that you enjoy doing
Ooh.
for positive reflection? Yeah. now that we're
Positive
now that we're
reflection.
eking towards the theme. Well, I mean,
Oh.
obviously, you have a beautiful place, and you guys have a beautiful. You like whales.
I love
There's
whales.
Lots of whale picks up.
My friend just gave me a stuffed whale yesterday that I took
Oh.
a nap with. It was very
What
soft.
kind of whale?
It was from Miniso. Have you ever been to Miniso?
Oh, I have. Yeah, that's like the one where there's like a bunch of different things going
It's
on.
like a Japanese, not dollar store, but cheap
Right.
stuff. Yeah,
Close enough. Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, love whales. We wrote it into our script, and it's actually kind of confusing now. And well,
Sure,
luckily
did we not write it in it. We wrote it in like we didn't fully commit, but then we
Yeah,
put it in there a
there's-
couple times.
we're deciding where to keep it
Fair,
in and
yeah,
where
good
not
to know,
to.
good to know. I'm glad we made it.
But luckily,
Complicated,
Jessie, the actress that
Yeah.
played Jess, also loved whales. I don't know if
Yeah.
we told you that,
I
but she
remember
adopted
that's how I
a
was
whale.
like introduced to her.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Jessie. She plays Jess, and then also she's into whales. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, great.
Like our first day
That
of,
worked out.
of rehearsals, she told us about the whale she adopted. So
Yeah, I didn't even know that was like a real thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it makes sense, and I guess that's why that makes sense.
yeah, I don't know
But I
how it
guess they
works.
just
Do they
protect
track
it.
that one whale, or is it more like a symbolic thing?
Probably symbolic, but then I
She
guess
named it.
maybe if you get, is it like they send you a picture of your whale and then you can put on your
Yeah.
whale kind of thing?
Well, she was showing a picture of a whale.
Oh, okay, right.
So
Maybe
yeah,
it's real.
and like you donate to Save the Whales
Yeah,
Foundation or something.
nice. I mean,
Yeah,
that sounds legit.
yeah.
Cool.
Try that.
Love a good. Yeah, try
Yeah,
adopting
my hobbies are whales.
Good.
and,
Yeah, that's it exactly. I sent you the one that brought the phone back.
oh yeah, so sweet.
The beluga. I do always. I mean, how can you not love a beluga? You know,
Yeah.
they've got like
And
cartoonish
just
faces.
such dopey little faces.
Yeah. So that's
so
good. Do
cute.
you ever, I don't know, go whale watching? Is that
I've
enticing
been
or no? Is that bad?
Twice in my life. Once in Cabo, and we did see a bunch of whales, and that was really fun.
What kind of
and
whales
then-
are there? Like,
Humpback whales. I think there's others, but that's what we saw. And then we went once in Newport or Long Beach or something, but we didn't see any whales. We saw a dolphin jump really high into the sky.
Okay. Into the sky. I'm pretty scared of the ocean.
Oh, really?
So that's a thing. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
me and my sister have this shared thing where I think we just are scared of how small we feel in the ocean.
Yeah.
So like the idea that the whale could be huge.
Yeah.
And you're in the same body of water as them is like really frightening.
I mean, I think that's a valid fear.
Yeah, I guess like the movie. Okay, so there's like Castaway where he's on the little raft and the whale comes up right next to him. That's like
yeah.
a big no. For me.
Really?
It's, like,
Okay.
Hard no. You like
Yeah,
that?
I love that scene.
I mean, it's like a positive scene, right? Because the whale's supposed to
Yeah.
be like watching over him or something.
yeah.
And then the Life of Pi, there's like he's on the raft
Oh,
and
yeah,
then the
there's a
whale's coming
similar-
out, but it's also got the light. It's lit up.
Yeah.
So that's so scary because I just can't like because you can see where the things are beneath you. Maybe
Yeah.
it's a little bit like fear of heights where you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm high up even though you can't fall in the water, but like
Yeah.
you know, I don't know what
I
it
could see
is.
that. I have that with
That's so
space. I can't. I get really scared of
That's-
space movies.
No, but that's also valid because
yeah, being small in a big space.
small and a big thing. Also, you can float off and just die,
Yeah.
and then
No one will ever
Yeah.
find you. I
There's
mean,
no
gravity
way
is my
you
nightmare.
Can't move.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's
yeah.
nothing to push against, and then
Yeah. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, and then like if you accidentally take your helmet off or something, it's over.
Yeah. Your head explodes.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that what happens?
That's what happens because
Yeah.
there's no pressure on the outside or something.
Yeah.
crazy.
It's bad.
Yeah, so that's
I'm
valid.
working on my fear of space a little bit. I
Okay,
saw
yeah.
Apollo 13 as a kid and it destroyed me, and that's
Oh,
kind of
I don't even know when the last time I saw it. Yeah, I feel like that's maybe why.
yeah.
It's destroyed it for everybody.
I think I wanted to be an astronaut before I saw that movie,
Oh.
and so it was really heartbreaking for
Oh
me.
yeah, that'll be heartbreaking. It's
Yeah.
okay. I think you didn't miss out.
Yeah. There.
Seems like they're not. Isn't NASA not sending anybody up anymore or something?
They're not? Oh, I
I
missed
thought
that.
they stopped or maybe they just stopped the moon program. But then I feel like the moon's the whole fun.
We've been to the moon enough times.
Yeah, they're like, get out of there. The moon.
Yeah.
It's just expensive. I don't know. Elon Musk has it covered. I don't know.
Yeah. Just
fine.
shoot those
Privatize.
SpaceX rockets.
Yeah. Keep blasting those off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my one. I mean, the whales themselves, cute, pro whale, but also don't want to be caught.
Yeah,
there.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes kids are like too brazen about the ocean and
Too brazen.
and
Kids,
like,
what are you doing?
you gotta learn.
Inside.
You gotta learn where you stand
Yeah.
as a human.
Did you ever see The Meg?
No, I think I watched part of it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, no need. But we made a few friends, we all went to go see it.
Yeah.
And it was satisfying, not as satisfying as I thought it would be,
interesting.
big shark.
Yeah.
There should have been like a slightly bigger shark maybe at the end. I don't know.
It's all CG
But,
anyways, just
but
make it a
was
little
fun.
bigger.
Yeah, just go away, Don't let us hold you back.
Yeah.
But anyway, regardless, another ocean movie where everyone's very brazen about the ocean.
Yeah.
Get out of there. Get off your raft. The other thing. What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah. How about living in? You were living in New York. Now you're living. In New York. How's that going?
Great.
Yeah. When did you move from there to here?
2012, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. I loved New York. I was a big fan of New York. Still am. Yeah, I was like very much in awe of it when I went to school. I went to NYU, so I
Like going
was
outside and like. No,
I moved
feel
there
that
as
way
an
sometimes when I
18-year-old
go.
and I was like,
yeah,
what is this?
that's right. Like seen that in a movie. Like,
Yeah,
what's that
I'm like,
building?
I'm in Friends.
Yeah.
I'm just like Rachel.
Right. Good.
But I loved it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of money to live in New York. I think I'm glad I did it in that order because I did that while I was in my 20s and could handle anything, and now I can't handle anything, and so I live in my cushy LA apartment. We went back recently. The movie that Andrew directed with another one of our friends, Jeff, was
Plus
in Tribeca.
one. Yeah, that's awesome.
Plus one. So we were there, and it was like the whole group of people that lived in New York together.
Right.
So it was kind of
fall
fun.
back into your old habits. No, just kidding.
It was totally.
Go to
It
the
was
same bars or whatnot.
I mean, it was like 48 hours for me, but it was fun to be there.
Yeah.
And like nostalgic, and then also like, oh yeah, I guess I'm okay moving on with my life.
Yeah, no, that's good. I think that can help to like the thing that you're like romanticizing, and then if you go back and face it, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's what I recall. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, that's cool, but also cool to go back in a capacity of like, ooh, we're here, and we've been invited back, and like this is where we started, and like
yeah, it was very like fun, full circle kind of thing.
Yeah, cool.
I would like to like maybe spend some time back in New York for work or something like that, but
yeah, I guess it's inevitable.
I really like LA too.
Yeah.
Free.
Yeah. we got some stuff. It's not very pretty today, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's rainy.
Sometimes it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I've always thought about New York. Like whenever I go to, I'm like, here we are in the big city.
You never lived there, right?
No, I've never lived there. So I
Yeah.
think the longest time I spent there, I like visited a lot of friends, moved there right after school.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would visit them occasionally. And then now one of my friends is there, but then I think it's probably moving. I don't know. But same thing where it's like, oh, I guess, it'd be great if I was like making some money.
Yeah.
But then I'm not.
You need to have money to live comfortably in New York.
So maybe not. Yeah, it was so funny. I was watching that Crazy Ex-Girlfriend show.
Yeah.
And like, do you watch it at all?
I haven't really.
Okay.
I've watched some episodes, yeah.
It'll be there. But
yeah.
one of the episodes, the girl moves to New York and like she's living with her girlfriend and she moves it's like a little, it's probably like a little one-room thing.
Yeah.
She's like, oh look, well this is a couch and turns into a bed, and then this is it's a joke, but it's like she takes the fridge and lowers it, and there's a bed behind the fridge, like as if your food would just like fall to the floor.
That would actually,
And then yeah, it's great. And then they're like, so how much are you paying for this? This is amazing. And she's like, $8,000 a month.
It's too real.
Great.
That's
yeah,
too
like,
valid.
oh yeah, okay, cool, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny joke.
I think.
But
Yeah, it's only gotten
Stop.
crazier since I've been there, I think.
oh,
The rent's crazy now.
the rent is too damn
The rent's
high.
too high.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any other tips and tricks to the Lisa Steen life?
I don't know. It's
Happy
a
and
good
healthy?
life. Happy and healthy. I was talking to one of my friends recently about like this thing that I do that feels like a positivity thing where you
Nice.
think about your life like you're in the flashback of like a post-apocalyptic movie.
Oh God! Wow, that feels like a real directorial go-to.
You know, like in like those like apocalypse movies, like you flash back to like when
The
like
happy
Will
times.
Smith had a family and was like laughing all the
God.
time, and like
Right.
you know, there's like lots of lens flares and stuff, and
Oh
like
my God.
if you think of your life as that time, I call it the before time.
That's so scary.
That it's like, yeah, the time is now.
Oh, totally.
Enjoy that time now.
This is the happy
Maybe that
time.
isn't positive. I
I mean, the only downside is that
You're
means we're
anticipating.
definitely going to have an apocalypse.
Yeah.
And then we're going to look through it, so we have to look back.
Yeah.
No, but I'm also thinking of, okay, because every apocalypse movie does that. Cloverfield, did you ever see when they,
Yeah.
because it's like as if it's a home video, and then
Yes.
it's like, oh, we taped over that happy time. And
Yes,
then they'll
exactly.
Or,
that.
there's that terror. Okay, so everybody liked it, but I can't stand it, is Planet of the Apes, but the like Rise of the Dawn of the
The
Planet
new
of the
one?
Apes.
I didn't see
It's
it.
all dark. Like there's not even a moment of happiness
Oh,
in that
no.
entire, or like hope.
No.
Because I think the one, okay, well, I don't remember which one it was, but definitely one of them, they like set it up so the audience knows the entire time they're doomed.
Yeah.
But like, so like there's literally no moment of happiness. And then there's one where like the one moment of happiness is like he has like an iPad or something, and he clicks it, and like it's like a desktop, or it's like the iPad background is like his happy family.
Yeah.
And that's like it for the whole movie. So like that's the before time.
You gotta cling to that.
Yikes. But okay, I can see that. This is good. It's pleasant. Nothing's falling.
Yeah. We'll
yeah,
flash
that's
back
good.
to doing a podcast.
Right.
Good times.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That feels like a very someone whose mind is like in the editing
Trying to
room.
make my movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to make the movie of your life. The
Yeah.
memoir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times.
Great. Well, let's see. Well, we have some time. I also, yeah. Well, how about let me check what time is it. Oh, okay, it's noon now. You okay?
Yeah.
So how about relationship stuff?
Relationship stuff.
Because you're obviously in a relationship.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship that we're 12 years in. So
Okay.
it's,
Yeah. That's amazing.
am maybe not the best person to ask for like relationship advice. I don't know, because like I did my friends. I have a lot of single friends now that I like. I'm like, oh, this is how you should date, and they're like, what would you know? When was the last time you went on a date?
No, but
So yeah, I don't know what the tips are.
not even tips. But yeah. Like how's it been being in a long-term relationship? I think because also when I talked to Scarlett too, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, she's
that makes
pretty
sense,
much the exact
like
same.
same length, and it's like, I guess that makes sense because like you guys all met in school and stuff, right? Or like.
Yeah, same timeline. I think we had like a similar like 2-year break in the middle of our relationships,
right.
which I don't know if all parties think that was helpful, but we might think that was helpful.
No need to no need to speak for everyone, but yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I got lucky, I think, with my situation, and there's a lot of mutual respect and patience.
Beautiful.
But yeah, I don't know.
Sweet. I feel like I hear like a helicopter in the microphone.
Like a car chase?
Yeah, maybe. There is a lot that happens
LA.
around here because the police academy is right there.
Oh.
Not that I don't know if that's where everything's coming from, but there will be like some aggressive things happening.
Fascinating.
And yeah, so if you ever need to become a police officer, you can go over there.
Gotta stake it out.
Yeah, apparently that's, I guess we're in a safe zone.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then there's also there's a old people's home down there.
Oh.
Which is funny because I'm always like, well, maybe I'll just live here and then I'll retire there.
Yeah.
But they always have like ambulances or like fire trucks mainly that come and stop there. So I think it's for them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like older people living in apartments on my block too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, beautiful.
Ambulances but like also like yelling at their grandchildren down the street.
Well, at least they've got family.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over here. I vote there. That's like also a voting place. So it's very easy.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I like it all. I feel like lots of good stuff.
You are also in long-term relationship.
Yeah. So, I think
maybe you've talked about it.
5 years.
Oh, yeah, that's long.
Yeah.
But
then,
you're
we met in
younger than
college.
me.
We met in college, so like 2 of those years are in college.
Yeah.
Right? 2 years in college, or 1 year's in college, 1 year is like long distance / I was in college because he's older. And then
Yeah.
extended thereafter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it does sometimes feel like this is like a different phase because I'm just like, okay, now we're like adults, so we're not just like running around like,
Yeah.
what am I doing? So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, once you hit a certain phase, it kind of gets easier, and then you're just like, well, yeah, we're just adults living in the same apartment.
Yeah, so it's been fun.
Yeah.
As far as like, okay, this is what it's like to, have to kind of live. But at least I haven't really had to deal with like a real world roommate because I've just lived.
Right.
So it's kind of nice, I guess.
Yeah.
Feels like
kind
more
of
space.
Playing house.
Yeah. Gotta decorate though. That's the one thing. I'm gonna try to get some frames.
It's really cute.
I don't have any, we have that thing on the wall, a piece of paper on the wall, that's a print. So we got like a print of a painting, and we just sort of stuck it on the wall.
Stuck it there.
But we're like, I think
pretty.
frames might be necessary.
Yeah, I don't really understand framing. It's like,
I talked to somebody and she said she got a Groupon, but then it was still like, it's still kind of expensive, I guess, if you're trying to get like a custom
That's what
thing.
I don't really understand. Why is that different than buying like a frame at Target? I don't.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry
Well,
to invalidate the framing
I
industry.
think if you, what the hell are you? I think if like you have a weirdly dimensioned
different.
thing,
Yeah,
and you
that
don't-
makes
and you want it
sense.
to be perfect. Then
Yeah,
you have to go to
okay.
a guy who can like saw something down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so you gotta get that Groupon link.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Groupon's great.
I think we covered it all. We solved all the problems. I'm gonna definitely use the apocalypse thing.
Great.
So funny.
Great, good.
But also, I love a good apocalypse movie. I like Day After Tomorrow a lot.
Oh, I have not
It's
seen
a
it.
fun one.
Yeah.
Lots of weather.
Yeah.
No flashbacks actually in that one.
Yeah, weather. Okay.
But yeah, weather-related stuff. Lots of
Weather I can handle.
landmarks. Yeah, landmarks falling down. Like, oh wow, the Capitol Records building's rolling down the street.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Statue of Liberty under
Yeah.
snow. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, it's basically like, climate change is happening now.
Good.
So everything's crazy, and like
Great.
that's like the idea. So it was before its time, honestly.
Yeah.
2004 or something. I don't know.
Talking about it.
Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid. Is that a guy's name?
Yeah.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a person.
Rossum. Emmy Rossum.
Emmy Rossum. Yes.
It's good. They all play like high schoolers. It's great. Okay. Thank you,
Great.
Lisa.
Thank you.